Hello everyone, welcome to the Just Demo series. Today we're going to discuss public safety survey and grid testing using iBwave mobile survey and Epiq PRiSM scanner. I'll be doing the presenting. My name is Tony Singh. I'm a sales engineer for iBwave. I've been working for telecom industry for last 20 years now, 21 years. Predominantly in building side of it, design, testing, commissioning, integration I've done, but I've done macro work too. So thank you all for coming today. With me, our marketing manager, Daniel, is here to support me. So thank you, Daniel, for being here and supporting me. Few housekeeping items. You will receive the video of this webinar in few days in your email. So please check your email. If you don't have it, click your spam email. We encourage you to ask questions because that's the way we can help you more and get your doubts clear. So there's a question option in your go to meeting. Just put your question, and what we'll do is after the end of the session, we'll discuss all the questions with you. Now, again, this is a high level demo. We'll cover as much as possible, but if you still have questions, you want to talk about pricing and you want to go again, have a private demo, just reach out to sales@ibwave.com and we will set, me or one of my peers will do a demo with you and talk more about the product with our sales team. So public safety, as you know, the public safety is very, very important tool, not only for public safety officer who rush in the buildings to save people, but also when people need the coverage, they're taken care of it. So what in public safety lifestyle, what IBwave have done is they have a solution for all throughout the cycle of public safety. Initially, any project start with, hey, you have a new building coming or we have existing building, we meet the code. As per the code, you need to make sure that it covered public safety coverage. So when I say public safety, I just want to refer, it's like police, fire, sometimes EMS, sometimes schools also have public safety system up there. So they have their own internal police department or external one, they want to come up there. So what they're trying to make possible is when something incident happen, the public safety officer can communicate from outside inside, so they can help everybody. So throughout the life cycle works like this way. You have initial survey. So you go to venue, see whether you need a coverage or not. That's a step one. So iBwave have two products, iBwave Mobile and Epiq Scanner. Epiq Scanner we'll talk more in detail later on. It's basically like any scanner. It captures the data for P25 public system. It can also capture LTE and 5G data too. Mobile survey, you can have a great data, but if you don't have a good way to convert the data into usable format, it's useless. So what iBwave Mobile do is it take the data and convert it in a format which is required by AHJs or can be seen by people who are making decisions like building owners. Now, they don't care about what RSSI, RSIP, but they maybe say, hey, you know what, red is good, or red is bad, green is good. So they need to convert the information to usable format. So that's what iBwave Mobile come into picture. Then you do the survey, then what do you do? Design. So iBwave has a specific module for that, iBwave Public Safety. A lot of people don't know. Previously, originally, we used to have one module which can do anything, LTE, 5G, Wi-Fi, public safety, IoT, anything you think of, it can do that. But now we have a specific module. It's more cost effective for each person to buy it. So we have iBwave design model. It can do design. The strength of iBwave is, again, accuracy. The biggest thing is when you do a design like that, you want to make accurate as possible. So iBwave uses a ray tracing model, fast ray tracing model. It can give accurate result for you, and then also convert information in a usable format so the contractor, building owner, or the decision maker can understand the information easy format. Well, you did a survey, you did a design, you did a construction, and now you have to verify whether it meet or not. Again, we can use iBwave Mobile and Epiq Scanner to verify whether building meet the coverage and the code. And the last thing is iBwave Unity. Well, a lot of companies have 20 projects, 50 projects, 100 projects, but they want to make sure the projects are safe because what happens a lot of time, each individual saved the project and either they left the company or project get lost, information gets lost. So iBwave Unity allow you to maintain the projects, means all the projects are uploaded in the cloud, it's safe there. The cloud can be our cloud or it can be your internal cloud. That's one feature of it. Another feature which is very, very important is like you can run intelligence. For example, if you want to see how many systems are done in 2004, it can tell you how many systems you've done in 2004. How many systems for X vendor, it'll tell you how many systems for X vendor. One of the things in required in public safety is you need to test the system every year. That's a point city to city, but a lot of counties want to do every year. So You can just search it, hey, month of May, how many sites I have to test it. So you can get that information. So it's a very, very powerful tool, and it have a lot of different functionality. You can also do that, hey, you are doing 50 projects. You upload all the data, your design, construction, everything else. And when you're doing the 51 project, you can say, hey, my building is office building, it's this much square footage. Based on your history, can you give me an idea how much cost per square foot it is? It can do that too. So that's the different features out there. So IBM Mobile Survey and Mobile Survey Epiq Scanner. Mobile Survey by itself is a very, very powerful tool. So the base I call is like it have multiple features. One of the feature it is to do survey. So when you go to a walk traditionally in building, as a design engineer, you need to know, okay, where you have a head-end location, or where you're going to place the equipment, where you're going to run the cable, what kind of wall it is, all the details you need. So a lot of traditional way we do it, take a camera and paper and make notes, take pictures, and then we go to office, then put all the data in PowerPoint and send to the design engineer, or just save the data for future. Well, it requires a lot of time. Now, IBM Mobile Survey, which I'll demo today, you can save this information all in the project only. And the cool thing about it is a seamless integration with our design software. So suppose you have a project, you started design a project, you went to you had the floor plan, you take the design in the design public safety design, you took the floor plan, you send the data in cloud, because every time you purchase Mobile Survey, we give you 10 GB cloud space. So you upload the project in cloud. Now, as a field engineer, I can download the data. I can do all the correction. I can take video, my notes up there, and then I can upload the data. And the design engineer can seamlessly see the same information after downloading it. So it's a seamless integration. You don't have to like, hey, do paper and pen. Another feature of this thing is, suppose you want to do Wi-Fi testing. Well, Mobile Survey by itself, can you do Wi-Fi testing? So whatever your device is saying, it can capture the data. Third is SIM card. So suppose you have, like, for a lot of our client who are CBRS client, they don't want to spend money on my scanner or this thing. They say, hey, this is my device, this is our test. Well, Mobile Survey can also capture everything you see in the SIM card. So anything you see in SIM card, it can be captured up there. So again, by itself is very, very powerful tool. Now, Epiq Scanner. So again, we basically marry our best of both worlds. We have a mobile service software, which is very, very strong, can do great functionality. But a lot of our clients say, hey, you know what, it'll be nice to have a seamless integration from have a scanner, because traditionally what we do is you collect the data using a scanner. So think about a building which is of 10 floor, and you have 10 channels you scan. And what you have to do is you export the CSV for 10 channels for one floor, you import it, and then you do 10 times. So you're 100 times importing the files. Is it tedious? Yes. Is it complicated? No. But the thing is, you have to import all the data up there. And that's one process. Second challenge is up there. If the data doesn't align, some reason it doesn't align. It happens. If you ask a design engineer, when they used to get CSV data, it doesn't align properly. And then you move around the data, and it becomes a lot of challenging for you. So with iBwave Mobile Survey and Epiq Scanner, it's a seamless integration. So what basically means is whatever you capture the data, right now it's not for public, say P25, but LTE 5G, whatever data you capture, you can upload in the cloud and you can download same time. So if you have 20 floors, you walk one time, and it's a seamless integration. We had a client who said that, man, after buying the software and the hardware, after second walk, it paid for itself, because previously I used to do manually doing it, and it was a lot of challenging. In this session, we're not going to talk about LTE and 5G in detail. I might have time. I'll show you a quick demo for a continuous walk data, but it's again pretty useful tool. If you want to know more about it, please reach out to us. Now the scanner. Let me show you how big the scanner is. Again, every scanner is great. This is the size of the scanner. Now to show what the scanner look like, I'm going to take my card, and this is my credit card. I'm trying to hide all the numbers, but yeah, it's this much, and this thickness of it. It's pretty compact. This is the scanner, and this is the antenna. It can do anything from 70 megahertz to 6 gigahertz, LTE 5G. For public safety, it do only P25 system. So if you have an analog system, it doesn't support it. For mobile survey, you have to make sure it's Android tablet or Android phone. Anything Android version 10, which is most of the device right now, is Android 10, you can use it. Even a lot of older device, Android device will work fine. So that's the two requirements for it. Okay. Now, this is the way we came for. I'm going to stop my video call, but I'll go through the demo. First part we'll discuss right now is survey. How we do a survey, what it look like. So as you can see, if you open mobile survey, iBwave survey, something like this screen will come up. Okay. You will see option like this, a project, just demo. Up here, some settings are there. These settings are universal settings. So basically means anything you change up there, it's safe up there. For example, I say United States, you can put any country code, currency is US dollar. But biggest thing is unit of length. We have metric and imperial option up there. Again, we're in America, so we say feet. Now you have a project up there. You have multiple options. You can download the project from server, like I discussed recently. You can take a project, your design engineer, upload the project on the server. You can download from there, or you can create a new project. Now to save time for this demo, I already have a project uploaded and we'll show you that. So you'll see something like this. There's a floor plan called floor 1. I input it and I click on the floor 1. Now in this particular section, I'm talking about survey. What we capture examples. So for example, when I used to manage my design teams, the one thing I used to do, hey, assume everything is drop ceiling, right? But what happened if you have a hard ceiling? So we had like, okay, Tony, the design engineers, this thing is here. We'll go to markup and say, there's a box like this. And if it's a green color, that basically means it's open ceiling. If anything which is red, that our assumption was in the hallways, that was our assumptions, it's hard ceiling. Now you can also add a push pin. I can take a push pin and say, you know what? This is my IDF location. I can name the IDF. And create IDF location. Now the next thing I can do is I take a picture. So I'm taking picture up here. I used to always do is take a video of it. And I used to take a video and there are certain things which I used to say, like for example, I used to say, you know what? For example, let's take where the IDF room. Okay, we have the back wall. We already have a plywood or we don't have a plywood. We have a rack. Okay, it's how tall the rack is. They have space in the rack, or do we need to add another rack? Is grounding or not grounding? Is there riser or not in riser? And I used to take video of all the information and put my notes. So when any design engineer want to see it, he can see the notes up there. Another cool feature is like suppose you're doing a quick Wi-Fi design or some other design, you want to see, hey, how much the run of the cable from one side to another side. So you can get a cable route. You can come up here and design, figure it out. Like, so, okay, from here to here is around 31 plus 6 plus 5. So around 42 feet. So it's all, if you can see 31 feet, 6 feet and 5 feet, it gives you the length of it. So you have a good idea what the length looks like. Suppose I want to take the image and make some addition of edit up there. I can go up here. I take an image and I say, you know what? I'm going to put an antenna on this particular wall. I'm going to put an antenna up here. I'm going to put some notes up there. And I just say antenna location. That's my notes. And I'll save it. Simple is like that. Again, now after everything is done, I can take this information and I can upload this information in cloud. I can just click on this upload option up here and it'll ask some project state information of their data but after this thing, you can upload in the cloud. So the design engineer can download automatically this thing. So again, seamless integration, pretty quick and easy way of doing it. Now the next portion of will cover is actually doing a survey. So let's do a survey. Now, when we do a survey, one of the things we have to do in the survey is we have to put our device in a airplane mode, not airline mode, airplane mode. And you remember, if I put my tablet on airplane mode, I really cannot show it, the testing. So what we have done for this thing is we created an emulator So I'm showing the data on emulator up there. So just demo public safety. I click it on the project. Again, this project is already created, but it's a very simple process to create the project. I click on the floor, and the project looks like this. Now we can go to grid testing. As most of you know, some things are common requirement to everybody. It's not one rule fit all. Every county or every AJ is basically a person who have authority up there, who make a decision. So you have to talk to them about what their requirements are. Make sure always do that. A lot of people don't do that in public safety. They think this one NFPA requirements is same throughout the whole nation. It doesn't work that way. Every county or every AJ authority having jurisdiction have the power to make a decision up there, and they sometimes tweak things up there. So I always say, hey, check who's responsible for in that area is, make sure you get the guidelines and then do the work. So one of the common things which we're showing up there is to grid. Divide the whole floor plan into 20 equally even grids. So I did that. Now there are two criteria. One is the normal criteria, like people say, 95 for 95 to 98% area. To cover it up there, sometimes they say, hey, two grids cannot fail same time. So again, every AJ have different requirement. But there's another thing is critical point. Critical points are very, very important point. For example, if you have multi-story building and something happened, fire happened, well, you always going to see the requirement, hey, don't use the elevator, take the stairwell. So the critical area is stairwell. Some other building have fire tornado shelter. So this area you really, really need coverage, right? If you don't have the coverage, it's challenging. So most communities up there, hey, this is a critical area, should have coverage 100%. You should not have a single point fail. Out of this 20, sometimes it can okay, 1 or 2 point fail. It depends on the AJ, say, well, it's okay or it's not okay, right? But in critical point, everything should pass. That's the comment. So we can add critical point. I'm just putting one critical point here for display plus one critical point up here. So it's just 1 and 2. Then it's settings. Like I told you, there's everybody have different requirements. Power, SINA, bit error rate, that. Again, I always recommend that you should check your settings requirements based on your AJ. By default, we have given some NFPA requirements up there, but I always ask you, please check on your local markets up there. I'm saving the settings up here. And the next thing is start test. Simple, easy process. It's only have P25. This is a grid testing P25. Now there are different frequency. Adding a frequency is a simple process. It saves all the old frequency up there, and we're also working on grouping the frequency. So suppose you go to Las Vegas market in certain area, you can save in future releases. You'll have all the frequency saved in that area. You can just update the profile, and you have all the information. You don't have to manually do it. So let's think about 857.4321. I'm just picking random numbers up there, and you can just say plus. Just want to let you know that I'm doing this testing in my house. I don't have very good coverage. It's a very, very hit and miss up there. So I did some reading outside, which I'll show you too if I don't get a reading inside. So it's hit and miss because I'm working from home. So I did start, and you pick a button. And right now we see a red button like this. What basically is, it's asking you to, hey, do you want to start taking samples up there? So it's asking that. In future releases, you'll have that option that, hey, I want 50 sample, or I want 75 sample, or I want 20 sample. So you don't have to do it manually, but it'll automatically. So click there. What's life for demo engineer? Doesn't things go, sales engineer doesn't go, things go wrong. It's supposed to be. So, the reason it's not working because I forgot to connect my scanner with my tablet. That's why it's like, it's not, why it's not working. Sorry about that. My scanner, because while I was showing you guys the scanner, it disconnected. So that's why it's not recognizing the scanner. So let's do it again. Let's do start test. All the frequency already there. I can say start. Initializing. Flipping scanner. Okay. So this one is automatic samples that take. This is the different values up there happen. 856.61 is a control channel up here. It should have value, and I'll show you values up here. But like I said, unfortunately, in my house, I don't have a good signal up here in my house. So let me show you how it look like. It should look like something like this. You get like, this is the reading I took outside in the neighborhood. I walk up there, I took some values up there. So you can see 857, it says the power, average power, sine R, bit error rate, and DAC value. So that's the way information gets collected. Now, same thing, you'll see a cross mark, red mark, basically means it didn't work. And if it says check mark, it basically may work. So this is a quick way of doing a testing. I can do the same thing with critical point. I can take a critical point, or sorry, just start recording, start test, say start, and yeah, like I said, it's a hit and miss in my house. The only thing is, did I move the device and put it a little higher, and I got some signal. But again, it's a group up there. It doesn't meet the criteria, so it's red up there. One more thing I want to show you up there. This is a grid testing, and I'll show you in a minute a report up there. But what happened if I want to do a LTE and 5G testing? Even if it's not part of this thing, we can do a quick LTE testing up there. So what we're LTE testing is, it asks for band, it asks for subchannel. Now you may know, how do I know what's band and subchannel is? Well, that's a great question. What we do is, the scanner we have right now, it has two features which is by default comes up there. One is blind scan option, and one is spectrum analyzer option. You don't have to pay for it. It's by default of this. And that feature, it's by default, and you can connect your scanner to a laptop, and you can do that information. So suppose I want to do a new survey. I click on the new survey, click at blind survey. I can edit, I can remove all. In this case, I only say 90 PCS. Since I only want to show quickly, I'll just pick a frequency up here, click check mark, and I'll do the testing. So again, it says in progress. There are 600 combination of channels can be 64 scan, and we'll see the data. You'll see in a few seconds of the more data I collect, it'll tell you this is band, this channel number, PCI, RSAPI, RSQ information. You can click on this thing, you get more details of it. So as you said, like it takes some time, but once happen, it can collect the data and tell you like what operator it is also. So it's channel 850 for T-Mobile, channel 6695, I think Verizon. Yep, that is Verizon. So let's stop that. Now, another thing it can do, this particular software have option, and again, it's by default. You don't have to pay extra for it. It's part of the software of the scanner. A spectrum analyzer option. Up here, if you don't know the preset, you can always go LT, you can set band 2, downlink, and you can different values up there. You can play around up here, and you can see the values. I always call this as the waterfall option, so you can see where the energy is. Everything else, there's no energy, but everything else, there's some energy going on. You can also put markers up there, different markers you want. For interference finding, you can do max enable. So if your max enable is there and if suddenly some interference coming, you can see it. Now, if you look at this thing, this looks like a nice 20 megahertz channel, 10 megahertz channel, 91.6, 94, yeah, around 20 megahertz channel. So you can see this information up there. Again, it's a free part of it. When you purchase a scanner, it's part of there. Automatically comes with it. So 1900, 850 channel, I add. Then I go bottom, there's a stop and go and continuous option. I'm going to take continuous option. Click start. Pick a point. I always say that wait for a few seconds up there and then we'll go. I'll say initializing. It'll turn green when I start ready. Need to shut down this one. Okay. Like I said, you need to select the corners only. Whenever it's in direction up there, it'll make a straight line. And you can get data, you can get interpolation. You can also come 19 PCS. You can look channel, there's only one channel selected. Here you can also look at different PCIs. You can select PCI plot by PCI, and also you can do a different values up there. So this is like a LT testing, quick and easy. We do support FirstNet also. You can do with LT feature, you can do FirstNet testing. So now it's all great. What happened to the reports? Because again, all the information is great, but if you don't create a good report, what's the point of it? So if you click on this PDF option, it allows you to create a project report. You can say plan annotation survey map. You can also go up here and say grid trusting and select that. All the bands you want to select, frequencies, and come there. So I have a sample report for you already completed. Let's look at that. So for first, let's look for public safety. It'll have all the good information, project address, contact name, what band you scan, what frequency you scan up there, critical area pass info. This will tell you whether the system passes or not. And then you have individual thing. Like I said, this system, everything is green, basically mean pass. If you go down, you will give that particular area, what's the grid size to look like, and what the value for each point is. Like, okay, point number 1, the value is next 79, 27.3, bitter is this, stack value. Okay, so that's one report for public safety. Now this is a survey report. So we have multiple survey reports up here. So you'll get a project picture of the project. You can get the project address information, client information. You can also add some parts if there is, they can show. But the best part is, like, suppose this is annotation 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we come down, you can see annotation number 1 is photo 1. You can put notes up there. This is a riser. So you can say, oh, there's enough riser up there, but this riser basically means to 0.1. Now let's go. Another one, 0.2, basically information 0.3. So you can hallway 0.4. But now think about it. All this information is already saved for you. And it automatically is shared with the design engineer in one click. And when the design engineer want to see this thing, they will have to just come up there in the design file. They'll have 4 annotation like this. Just click on the annotation, you'll see the picture. Another sample report is this one. Something similar, hallway pictures, put some notes up there. Because you remember I said you can take picture, video, text. That's the one option. Another cool thing, it can also support outdoor. So what it basically means an outdoor is, suppose you have a project like this one, and I want to add an outdoor map. So you can select a picture or a capture map. It'll go to a GPS location, or it can go to a location. and there's a school behind it. Now you can download this thing. It'll download the scales also for you. So now this is the outdoor data for you. Now again, you can do markup, push up there. You can do survey. I can do a LTE and 5G survey or P25 survey on outdoor map also using outdoor picture. So again, this is outdoor one. It's look like a fiber one project up there. So there's the hit, there's a manhole up there, there's a fiber aerial hit. So if you see this cable, that's for referring for aerial hit. And then again, it to signature up there. So that's a gist of a quick demo of it. Now, one thing we have done before I go Q&A, what we have is like anybody want to download basic mobile survey. Basic mobile surveys, you don't have grid testing in it. But if you want to download iBwave mobile survey to do survey, it's free for 15 days. You don't have to talk to us if you don't have to. Just scan the barcode up there and you can just download or go to our website. If you want to buy iBwave mobile, you can purchase online automatically. Again, scan the barcode, you can see the information up there. The last part is, well, it's exciting. This product, it's something which you're interested to know more about it. You want to maybe purchase it, or you just want to like, hey, you know what, it's interesting why not look into more into it. Then what I recommend, reach at sales@ibwave.com, and then what we'll do is we'll do a private demo. Our sales team will reach out to you. Then one of me or my peer will have a call with you, understand your requirements, and see how best we can fit your solution. So I'm going to leave this page up here for a second. Turn my camera on. I do move my hands a lot, and somebody told me that Tony, when you give the demo, it distracts from the demo. So that's the reason I didn't distract it up myself. But let's go to the fun part, Q&A. And I'm going to see how many questions I can answer today for you. And please feel to ask questions. I'm good, but I'm not that good. So I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and feel free to ask questions up there, please. Will this work for older analog public safety system? The second question is, in some public safety environment, one or more agency may using legacy analog frequencies. Can the PRiSM scanner suggest support testing, collecting uplink and downlink signal for this older technology? I'm combining both questions together. The answer is, at this point, we don't. If you have to use that, you have to use a traditional spectrum analyzer mode. The grid testing portion I showed you, this one I showed you the grid testing, it will not work for you. It doesn't will not take automatically the value. What you do in this case is, we have a client who have majority of the project in P25 system, but once in a while he have to do analog testing. So what they use is they take advantage of the spectrum analyzer mode. So they take spectrum analyzer, see the value, and they manually take the value and input it up there. So unfortunately for them, there's no automation right now for them. Okay. The next question is how the DAX score is calculated. Awesome question. I always let our PhD guys take care of this thing. So what I was told is based on signal strength, based on the bit error rate, based on the signer, it's a combination of all the values. I don't know exactly how they calculate, but that's a basic. It's a combination and weightage of this thing. So if you want to know more, we can always have a call and they can give you answer to more details on it. How to set up a grid testing for an odd shape building? Well, you can create multiple grids. So I can take this grid, I can do, and you can do a like very odd shape. You have to get permission, but you can create like this. Then you can add a grid. No, it's this one was supposed like a. Let me make an odd shape grid. But you can add multiple grids up there. So you can have a grid 1, grid 2, and that way you cover 2 odd shape up there. For example, think about maybe this one this way, and another grid like this way. So yeah, this is a very, it's basically L. If you visualize it, it's look like L. So Yeah, that's the way you can do odd shape grid. But yeah, we can do that. Can you generate reports to other forms than PDF? Well, right now we do PDF, but we're working on do the what do you call them, a Word format, so you can add some more information, make it. A lot of customers want to put their comments up there, so yeah, we're working on it. In future release, you should see that option where you get in a format which you can easily editable to it. Any issue with the 900 P25 system? No. As long as the system is P25, we can do it with no issues up there, whether it's 700, 800 or 900 band. Again, P25 is technology. It doesn't make a difference what band you put on there, whether you put a VHF, UHF one day, it's a technology. We can scan it, we can demoderate it, we can get the information from you. Can we LTE 5G do CBRS band 40? Yes, LTE and 5G can do CBRS. Anything from 70 megahertz to 6 gigahertz, we can do anything with LTE and 5G. What do you call C band? You can do C band too. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to buy another hardware, another software enabled. No, that this device will work automatically for that. Anything with LTE and 5G below 6 gigahertz, from 70 to 6 gigahertz, 70 megahertz to 6 gigahertz. Calibration required. Awesome question. So what happened when you purchase it, you get like a calibration for 1 year. After every end of every year, you'll get reminded that, hey, you know what, you can just get it calibrated. I don't know the cost of it, but less than $1,000 for a calibration cost. One thing I didn't talk about it, the one thing cool things a lot of customers are liking about our scanner is, again, there are awesome scanners in the market, but this scanner is like a 1/3, 1/4 the cost, because a lot of customers doesn't need all the bells and whistles which they are looking for. Because again, you can get all the feature, but you have to pay for it. You don't have to need everything. So one of this is a very cost-effective solution for us. Already have Epiq scanner, so I have to upgrade the firmware. We can help with that. You can reach out to our support, but if you purchase directly from Epiq also, we can reach out to our support. Maybe we can help you in that too, because right now we are the only reseller of the product. In fact, their team, basically our sales team is their sales team now, so we only do everything for them. The next question is, can you test bands for all the carrier that serve in this building, then generate separate reports for different carriers? Yes and no. So can we create a report for different operator? Yes. One of the things with Epiq scanner is limitation is, I'm not saying limitation, but it's not suitable for multiple, like big 20 channels or something. We have a limit around 7 channels, around 7 or 8 channels. After that, the system gets slow, so you have to walk slow. So we recommend this scenario where you have to test 7 channels only. For example, we have a 3PO. They do only one high, one low band test for each operator. So they do that. We have another client who want to only do for C-band. They don't want to pay for a fancy upgrade for C-band. So they say, hey, they just purchase it. So it doesn't fit all the scenario. It fits a lot of scenarios. So reach out to us when you have specific scenario, and we can tell you what you can do for you. If we purchase scanner, is there a guarantee updates for the new technology in the future? Very good question. Now, if there's 5G, 6G come up there, what we are told, let me put this way, that we don't need a new scanner. The scanner will be same, but there'll be some software upgrade will be there. Now, there's a cost to it. I don't know. When 6G comes up there, but anything like, for example, if you purchase a scanner and there's a C-band coming up for 5G, you don't have to pay for it. We support technology. So as long as 5G technology is below 6 gigahertz, we don't have to pay for it. But yeah, if you're totally brand new technology, because every technology there's some challenges. The values are very, very different locations. So it may be, maybe not. I'm not sure about it. What advantage of using a traditional scanner with the ability to scan multi-operator? What advantage us? Okay, and there's another question follow-up. What advantage setup versus another operator, another scanner operator? Well, let's talk about this thing. Yeah, we cannot do multiple channels for all the channels, but one thing is cost. This thing with all the features, it's around 13 to 15K. The scanner costs public safety LT 5G. Again, please understand that I'm not a sales guy, so I don't know the review for the numbers, but it's in something that range, around 15K maybe. The scanner mobile survey, and it's a one-time cost. Mobile survey cost is around 3 to 5K, depends on floating or single license. Second advantage is you don't need a post-processing software. Your post-processing software up here, I can take the data, I can go survey, I can do interpolation, I can see the data up here. I can create a report from this thing. I don't need a post-processing software. The biggest thing it takes advantage of it. It's like, hey, when you collect the data for in-building, now P25 we don't have right now. It doesn't integrate automatically with the design software, so you cannot upload in cloud, but it's working on it. But most time you collect the data. What do you collect data for? You want to collect the data. You want to get the data into your design software so you can see dominance or macro. Well, this is seamless integration, so you don't have to export CSV file. You don't have to import CSV file, and that saves you a lot of time. And you can ask a lot of design engineering. Even when you import CSV file, the problem is the data doesn't align properly. Trust me, I lost a lot of my hair because of that, because it doesn't align properly. So you moved around, and then you have to convince the guy, no, we didn't, and some data point is in the bathroom or something, or walk across the wall, and the guy says, no, you didn't do the walk properly. I said, no, we did walk properly. I can show you a snapshot on my test tool. It's just the data doesn't align iBwave. So, and it can be multiple reasons. People didn't use the right format file or right tab JPEG file, but when it happens, it's painful. And then think about importing multiple data one by one. So it eliminates the need of it. Now that's what I think. Now the biggest thing we get compliment for people who purchase it. It's a cost-effective solution. It's an accurate solution, and seamless integration with iBwave. That's make it very unique and worth investment. Like I said, one of the client we had, he didn't enjoy importing CSV file, and using this thing after second survey, he said it paid for itself. Second aspect of it, you get chance to do survey. It's by default with it. You can do a proper survey with it. We have some client who just purchases software for just doing survey only. This way, you don't, when they send the design information, you don't have to go paper and pen. We have client who like the option that, hey, I can do a Wi-Fi survey, or I can get a CBRS tablet for enterprise customer. They're doing CBRS. I don't have to purchase any scanner. I can take this tablet, put mobile survey, put a SIM card in it, and I can do that. It's waterproof. Can you do a maximum of 100 megahertz frequencies? Answer is yes. That's what I was told. Tested by a couple of partners, they said yes. And we have a program where, you know, we believe in the product up there. So not every customer we can give you a demo kit, but we have a couple of demo kits which we pass on for 1 week or so. So if you're interested, we can talk to you and see a business case of it, and then we can work with you on that too. So you can test it and see it. So operator require reports to in their own format. Can you report the result and adapt it into other format? We're working on it. So you get a CSV format or some adaptable format, which you can tune it to get your own format up there. So we're working on this one. Can you export the CSV format? Yes, we can export the CSV files from here too. Do the AG all recognize this tool? Likely seem to be do with PC till yes. So we a lot of customers, a lot of clients we have. So I think we have sold 50 to 100 to scan, or I don't know the data, but I have a decent amount of clients which our sales team sold to it. The answer is yes. A lot of people are taking it. A lot of AG have no issues with it. So yeah, and we work with different AGs too on the tool, and we go to a lot of conferences, like we'll be in APCO, we go to IWC. So yeah, this tool is, we haven't heard back from anything have issue with the product, and AAJ says didn't like the product. Can it also collect the log files for smartphone active data download a voice call? And not at this point. It's only connect with a scanner. That's a common request from us. It's maybe in future releases, but not right now. So you cannot like, hey, scanner plus like 4 devices, phone for uplink, downlink testing, or voice call, short call, or long call testing. We don't do that right now. Maybe in future, it may happen. can I upload its survey results to Unity with email different than the email to a design license was assigned to? Yeah. So what happened is you get only, I just want to show this thing. So you'll get your survey location, like server location, and then you'll get a user ID and password up there. So you can assign people user ID and password to access it. So yeah, multiple people can access it up there. So there's a way we can work with you. Again, like I said, we have floating license. Floating license basically means is you purchase mobile survey and you have 50 engineers in your whole thing. We have a customer which have like around 500 users up there, but they said, hey, only 10 people use same time. So we have worked with them that, like, hey, 500 people can download the software on their computers, on their laptops, Android tablet, but only 10 people can use same time. So we have a lot of flexibility on that. I think I answered all your questions till now. But the most important page is this one. I always forget to keep this showing this one. Again, the mobile survey, like I said, it's by itself, it's a very, very strong tool. You can collect all the survey information, IDF location, where your risers are, where your cable routes are, what is like a hard seating, drop sealing, how the cable runs. All this information is saved in one time, and you just upload for your design engineer. It's saved up there. Don't have to do anything. Don't have to do paper and pen, because I remember now when I was young, surely 20 years back, like around 15 years back, I used to do survey, do paper and pen, go to those things, go to PowerPoint, do write notes on the PowerPoint. So it's for me, for future, because I was a design engineer too, but it was very tedious process. It saved a lot, waste a lot of time, one day, 2 days. And the challenge we all learn right now is like every customer is like cost conscious. So you always find an efficiency how to do that, right? A lot of our CBR enterprise customer, they say, hey, I have an Android tablet. I just want to test this thing. I don't need scanner. I don't need this thing. I just want to walk test if this thing is working or not. So they put their SIM card, and their CBR SIM card works great. Well, you can put Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T SIM card too, but the challenge, everybody, engineers know that the SIM card will not see all the bands. So for example, Verizon have 700, 850, 19, 2100, 2.3, 3.5. Now the SIM card may not hide on all the bands, so it's not going to capture everything. But for CBRs, there's only one band. It'll go to a specific band assigned to it, and it'll work great. So work perfect for them. There's one customer just do troubleshooting. They want to troubleshoot the system is failed. They give funny thing is they are giving their clients this mobile survey tablet and a scanner so they can test it, because it's very cost effective. They think going back and forth to the customer, it takes too much time, and it's easy to use, so they can do it.
I think there was one question.
Yeah. Already have Epiq scanner, so I already have graded the firmware. Can you test span all the carriers? Well, the answer to the question is, do you have mobile survey or not? Because you can test all the band. You can use Epiq scanner and test all the bands up there, but you need mobile survey to get that data put in a usable format up there. So Gary, send an email to us and we'll work with you, see how we can do that. But yeah, you need to purchase mobile survey, and that is installed on an Android tablet or an Android device. So yeah.
Itona, can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. I know there's more questions up there coming up there.
Yes, there was one from Ravi. He wanted to enable his mic. Let me just see if I can do that. It doesn't show me the option.
Okay.
Well,
you can type the questions up there, or you can email us the questions, so there's no issues.
It worked before. Let me just see if I can do it again. Ravi, maybe try to unmute yourself if you want to speak.
Yep, now I can, I think I can able to speak to you. The mic is enabled. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Thank you, Tony, for all the demonstration. Could you please show me one more time, because I joined late because of the meeting link, so I had to download that app. So if you can show me that new survey for all SSIDs 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. So if you can show me that, that would be helpful, because I missed that.
So, Ravi, we have a little time left. So what I recommend is send email to our sales team, and we'll just do a private demo for you. We'll just answer that question that way.
Email to whom?
sales@iBwave.com, and we can set up a call with you.
Yep, sure, Tony.
Yeah, because it's going to close at in 9 more minutes, so I think we need a little bit more time for that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it's on the page. Can you see my screen right now or no? It says
Yeah,
that sales. Yeah, just email them, then I can show you how the blind scan and everything works up there.
okay. Sure, Tony.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone. If you still have questions, you can see, please send email to sales@iBwave.com, or we can do private. Ravi, like I said, we are more than happy to do private demos. We are more than happy to, because we trust in the product and we've been getting great feedback from the clients. So we're more than happy to answer your question up there.
Yep.
Okay, at this point, I don't have any questions up there. Again, thank you very much for coming and joining the call. Again, this was just like I give you a brief introduction of the product. There's a great conversation you'll have. So if you have any question, just let me know. I'm good, but not that good. So I'm sure there'll be thousands of questions you have. And please send an email at sales@iBwave.com, and we'll set up a session with you to talk more in depth about it. Sorry, Ravi, about the technical challenges, but please send us email and we'll work with you to show the product in detail.
Sure, Tony.
Okay. And thank you, Daniel. Thanks over the marketing manager for all the support. It's been great for setting up this call. So thank you.
Thank you, Tony. It was a great presentation, and thank you everyone for joining. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye.